Well, people, so we have the prelims, right? Now there's seven, and we got some intriguing fights, and we've got three female fights in the prelims. You know what I mean? We start things off with the bantamweight, right? The women's bantamweights. We have Klaudia against Priscilla Cachoeira. All right, so yes, we have got Claudia. She's 27, 5'7", 69-inch reach. She's got an overall pro record of 7-2, coming off a win in her last outing. So yeah, she's 1-1 in the UFC now. Rated the ship. So last time out, she beat Irina Alexeyeva. That was in June last year. Went to a unanimous decision. So yeah, she made her debut November 2024. Lost to Melissa Mullins in England. But yeah, righted that ship. You know what I mean? So she's definitely going to be coming in like in a positive mood, right? She's fighting out of American top team, so she's getting a lot of good looks, comes from a very good camp, right? And you know, from a previous fight, we can see, you know, it's a bit of a mixed bag, right? She's got a few stoppages, she's got a few subs, right? She yeah, likes a heel hook, arm bar, right? She's done things with those. And yeah, then she's had a couple of knockouts, right? Once in her fight with the UFC, the corner stopped it. So, you know, but she can go the distance as well, which is very important at this level. You know what I mean? So, Zombie Girl, Priscilla Cachoeira, she's 37. So there is a 10-year difference. Wait, did I just make that up? Yeah, no, it's a 10-year difference. Boy, for a minute, I was like, yo. She's 5'7", 65-inch reach. So, Spiaya has got a slight height and a 4-inch reach advantage. Actually, they're the same height. It's just the reach and the age that is different. Right now, overall, Zombie Girl is 13-7, coming off a loss in her outing, right, in the U5 and 7. So last time out, she got sparked by Jocelyn Edwards. Edwards looked very good that day. Very good that day. That was August last year, right? And that's coming off the back of Cachoeira kind of right in the ship, right? But she got subbed by Miranda Maverick and Jasmine Jaskeveakis, right? So she got back-to-back subs. So she came back, knocked out Josine Nunes. You know what I mean? A lovely uppercut. Got performance of the night for that one. But yeah, then she got stopped. You know, it's definitely been an odd time for Cachoeira. Right? She came to the UFC all the way back in February 2018. Right? Got dismantled by Valentina Shevchenko, which is, you know, like, hey, you can't really fault that shit because Valentina's such a beast. You know what I mean? Such a beast. So, yeah, Valentina just murked her. She then lost to Molly McCann and La Luna Carolina. But, yeah, then she righted, right? Got a killer knockout on Shayna Dobson. Stopped Gina Masny. But then it was the infamous fight with Gillian Robinson, where, enough said on that one, I feel, right? But, yeah, she then won a couple and then lost a couple. So it has been an up and down ride. But can she right the ship again? She has got more fights, right? She's fought the tougher opposition. That's for sure. But I just think Klaudia, she puts it together very well. I think she's more consistent in her actual fight game itself. You know what I mean? So I'm going Klaudia Siguka for the win. So next, people, in the Bantamweight division, we have Muin Gafurov against Jakub Wikłacz. And this is gonna be fun, right? So Jakub Massa Wikłacz, he's 29, 5'9", 72.8 inch reach. Overall pro record of 17-3-2. He's on a 7-fight win streak. Woo! 7-fight win streak. You know what I mean? He won his UFC debut against none other than Patchy Mix, right? This was, you know what I mean? I think this was kind of, everyone assumed, even me, I assumed Patchy was this, right? That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, it wasn't to be. Was not to be for Mr. Mix, which ended up being his second and last fight in the promotion. Right? So, yeah, this dude, he's slick, right? Jakub is slick for sure. You know, when you look at his record, he does like, he likes a sub. Guillotine seems to be his favorite. You know what I mean? He's gone this distance a few times. He does other ones. He does like a triangle as well and a rear naked. Right? He does like to mix it up. Does like to mix it up. He does seem to have knockout power, but he can go the distance, right? He was a champion outside the promotion, right, in KSW, which is a very good Polish fight promotion, So, yeah, he's definitely got skills, right? And he is going up against Muin Gafurov, right? A.k.a. Tajik, who's 29, 5'7", 68-inch reach. So this is a good fight, man. They're both the same age. They're both hungry. You know what I mean? Tajik is 20-6 overall record on a 2-fight. Yeah, he is 2-2 in the UFC. Right, he made his debut in June 2023. He lost a decision to John Castaneda, right? Then he fought Sadid Nurmagomedov in October 2023. Got guillotine in the first. But he's righted the ship ever since. So in June 2024, he got a decision over Cong, right? And then he beat Rinya Nakamura, right? And we saw Nakamura's, I think it was his brother, right, fight in the Road to UFC last weekend. So yeah, he got a decision over those two to bring him to, as I said, 2-2 in the promotion. Right, so yeah, before that, right, he's fought in the LFA a few times, got back-to-back finishes, right, 1 second round, 1 third round, and his last fight in the LFA, that stoppage got him the belt. So you know, he can do his thing. Now, he did go to the Contender Series. He lost a split decision to Chad Ankalaev. That was September 2021. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's definitely got finishing power. Right? He's got a few subs, but I think a lot of his submissions were earlier on in his career. So you kind of wonder what that competition was like, you know? You do wonder what that was like. But, hey, as I said, in the LFA, he did get... submissions earlier on in his career. So in the LFA, he got 2 stoppages, right? So... yeah, he's, you know, he's versatile, right? He is, which is interesting because Jakub has got subs, right? Jakub has got those skills, and it would seem that, yeah, Gafurov, boy, I cannot pronounce his names, man. He's got the power. So that's what makes this fight super interesting. I am going to go with Jakub Wikłacz, though, people. That's where I'm laying my hat, right? So we're back with the ladies. This time it's the flyweights. We have Cong Wang against Eduarda Moura, right? So Eduarda Ronda Moura is 31, 5'6", 67-inch reach. She's 12-1 overall. Got a 2-fight win streak on her hands. Came via the Contender Series. She's 3-1 in the UFC. Okay, so yeah, she won that contract in August 2023. Stopped Janina Silva in the first round with a rear naked. Made her debut in November that same year, right? She beat Montserrat Ruiz, second round, ground and pound. She did miss weight, though. Missed weight for her second fight in June 2024. She lost a split decision, though, to Denise Gomes. So after that, she beat Veronica Hardy in November 2024 and Lauren Murphy in July 2025. Both unanimous decisions. Okie dokie. So yeah, she's got some subs. Does like a rear naked, you know. Now is going up against the Joker, Cong Wang, right? Who is 33, 5'6", 66.5-inch reach. She's over a record of 8-1, and she's on a 2-fight win streak. So also 3-1 in the UFC, right? So she won her debut. That was against Victoria Leonardo, and oh man, I remember that fight was vicious. She landed a right cross just so early. I think it was like one of her first punches that connected, and it was over. That was August 2024. She then got choked out in her next fight, right? So that was November same year. Got caught in the second round, rear naked choke from Gabriela Fernandez. But came back, beat Bruna, Brazil in February last year. Got a decision over Ariana Lipski in June last year. So yeah, that's. She is also, you know what I mean, she's got some good stoppages, right? She used to fight in kickboxing, so you know her kicks are legit, right? So she has those. She has a guillotine, a win via guillotine, so one sub, right? Which doesn't really give us an indication on her ground game. I mean, she did get choked out, right, in 2024, but that was 2024. It's 2026 now, people. So her game could have changed, right? We don't know what new skills picked up. So that is the thing. Now, it's an intriguing fight, right? I'm taking the Joker for the win. Yeah, that's where we're going with that one. So next up, with the bantamweights. That is right, people. We have got Javid Basharat against Gianni Vázquez, right? So, Gianni Vázquez, aka I think that's how you pronounce that, right? He's 31, 5'7". We don't have a reach for him. His overall pro record is 1, and he's on a 5-fight win streak. Yup. So not bad, right? He Oh, this is his UFC debut. I was thinking to myself, we don't have anyone making debuts, but Gianni is, right? Which is okay, nice. So yeah, this is his debut. He fought once in the LFA, got a win, right? 3 times for Fury, went 2-1. Right, so yeah, last time out, his last fight was October last year, second round stoppage, beat Narek Avajan. Before that, he fought in March last year, second round submission over Austin Russell, right, and that had him win the belt. So yeah, you know. It looks like he's won a couple of titles. I think maybe at 2 different divisions. Because both titles were for the same promotion. And he didn't, like, go anywhere else. So, yeah, I think he might have fought another weight, possibly. I think he did. I think the first belt was at Flyweight. No, they're both Flyweight. It doesn't make any sort of sense. Yeah, that's very weird. Anyway, people. Yeah, he's got some stages, right? He's got some submissions. So it's varied. He's rounded. Well-rounded, I should say. Rounded makes him sound large fella. But yes, he's fighting Javid Basharat, the Snow Leopard, who's 30, 5'9", 69-inch reach. overall pro record of 14-2-1 no contest. He's on a 2-fight losing streak right now, right? He's 3-2 in the UFC. Came by the Contender Series. You know what I mean? Won that contract 2021. No, October 2021. Right? Got Orin Kaloun with a guillotine in the third round. Made his debut March the following year. Beat Trevin Jones. Then he beat Tony Gravely. Two very good fighters. Got those. Got a decision over Mateo Mendoza in January 2023. But then, so he had a no contest with Victor Henry. I think there was an eye poke, if correctly. He then lost to Ayman Zahabi, but Ayman's been on a tear, you know, and then he lost to Ricky Simone, got knocked out in the first round. I was surprised. I had taken Basharat for the win in that one, right? Oh, yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. So, yeah, it's not been the best of times for Javid of late, right? His younger brother is on a tear, undefeated, right? They both came from England. Well, they're both from Afghanistan. They moved to England, and then to further their careers, they packed up all their belongings and went to Extreme Couture in Vegas, right? Got the PI and all of that kind of thing there. So it was a smart move, right? Definitely a smart move. Got extremely talented motherfuckers to train with, you know, Aljamain, Marab, all of them mans them, right? So, yeah, I mean, this is a fun one. I'm taking Basharat, though. I'm taking Basharat, right? I mean, look, Vázquez is, you know, he's been on a tear, right? He's making his debut. He's going to be super jazzed, super stoked. But there is a difference from regional to the big show. I think Basharat's been proven, he's been tested, and he wants to get that taste out of his mouth, right? Because you don't want your little brother having those bragging rights. So I'm taking Javid to get back on the winning streak. Okay, so next up we are back with the ladies. This time it's the strawweights. We have Bruna, Brazil against Ketlen, Souza. All right, so Ketlen Esquentadina Souza. She's 30, 5'3", 63-inch reach. Overall pro record of 15-6. She's currently on a bit of a 2-fight skid. Right? So she went 2-0 in Invicta, but she's currently 2-3 in the UFC. Right? Made that debut in June 2023. She lost to Karina Silva, got caught with a knee bar in the first round. Right? She bounced back, right? In April 2024, she beat Manik Man, got a decision there. And then she got a rear naked choke in the first round over Yasmin Jaragu, right? Got a performance of the night for that one. But in her next two, right, both split decisions. Angela Hill, February last year, and then Piera Rodriguez in August. So a bit of a tough one for her, for sure, right? She did win the belt in Invicta, right? She won the vacant, flyweight belt. I think that was when Ducot moved to the UFC, if I remember rightly. Might be wrong there, but yeah, she has hardware, so you know she wants to get back to those days, right? and nothing better than wearing that UFC belt. Right, so yeah, she's got a few knockouts, right? Got a few knockouts in her career, and as I said, she got a rear naked in her third UFC fight. But she is fighting Bruna, the special one, Brazil, who's 32, 5'6", 65.5-inch reach, overall record of 11-5-1, coming off a win in her last fight. All right, so she is currently 3-3 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series, and she fought once and won in LFA. So, yeah, she got that contract in September 2022. Marnik Man with a head kick in the second round. Made her debut April 2023. Lost to Denise Gone, got stopped in the second round. Bounced back, beat Shauna Bannon via decision in July that year. Following year, February, she lost a decision to Lorna Lockbeaming. But Lorna is very good. Very good. So no shame in that. But beat Molly McCann. Right? That was July 2024. And she lost to Wang Chong. Right? Via decision February last year. And Wang's going to be on the card as well. Well, I mean, she's already been on the card, right? We talked about her fight. But yeah, last August, she beat Shai Ming. I got a decision over her, which is good. All right, so, man, both fighters have been kind of up and down, right? Both have been a bit up and down, a bit hit and miss. But I think I'm going to take the special one for the win. It could go either way. It's one of them fights, right? It's one that you're not going to really bet. So we're back with the welterweights next. This is an interesting fight, right? We have got Nikolay Veretennikov against Niko Price. Right, the hybrid Niko Price. He's 36, 6 foot, 76-inch reach. Overall pro record of 16-9 with 2 no contests. He's on a 2-fight losing streak at the moment. All right, so he is currently 8-9 with 2 no contests in the UFC. So yeah, the last ones are he got caught by Jacoby Smith, second round rear naked. That was June last year. October 2024, he lost a decision to Femba Gorumbi. He did get a win over Alex Morono, right, in June 2024, which was, yeah, I mean, that's a good win, man, because Moreno is tough, right? And that win was coming off of that vicious knockout by Robbie Lawler back in July 2023. Yeah, I mean, he's been in there with so many good fighters, old Niko Price, right? He's pulled off some good wins. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all a bit like, oh, right? He made his debut against Brandon Thatch back in December 2016. And Brandon Thatch was one to watch, right? At the time. Like, Brandon Thatch was like, oh. So that was a huge win. Got an arm triangle, you know what I mean? It's definitely a big win. In his second fight, right, he went a no contest with Alex Moreno. He stopped Alan Jouban, right? Alan's no joke. right? Got choked out by Vicente Luque. He choked out George Sullivan. He stopped Randy Brown with hammer fists, right? So he's fought so many good people, right? It's been all over the place. He's had a couple of rematches. Never really gone his way, the rematch, right? But yeah, he's an old man. Niko Price is insane. He's got like 20 kids. That's why he's fighting still. So he's going up against Nikolay Veretennikov, who is 36, 74-inch reach. So, they're similar when it comes to the age and whatnot, right? Veretennikov is just an inch taller, but has a 2-inch reach deficit. His overall record is 13-7. I'm gonna say he's coming off so he's 1-3 in the UFC. Tried series, didn't quite work out. He did go 3-0 in LFA. So last time out, he lost to Bruna Soriano. That was October last year. Was a split over Francesco Prada. That was July last year, right? But his debut was against Danny Barlow. Lost a split decision, August 2024. And then Austin Vanderford, ground and pounded him in the second round, February last year. Right, so he did fight 3 times last year, which is good, right? Getting those reps, but he did go 2-1, or 1-2, should I say? So, yeah, this is kind of a crazy one, right? I think Niko, it's a fight Niko could win. You know what I mean? That's what this is. It's a fight Niko could win. But, right, Niko's chin isn't the best. Right? This guy went the distance with Michael Morales in the Contender Series. Veretennikov, right? That's what happened there. So, yes, I think Niko, I don't think his wrestling is as good as Vanderford's, but it is one of those fights. It's it's a bit of a mess, this one, right? Because you worry about Niko's chin. You know what I mean? He's taken so many shots. But Veretennikov isn't necessarily he's not making you think he's going to stomp a hole in Price. What I'd like Niko to go out there, get a nice win, and retire. That's what I would like. So I'm going to take Niko for the win, because I'm trying to manifest that, right? Trying to manifest that. So our last fight on the prelims, we're still with the welterweights. It's Alex Morono against Daniil Donchenko. I've just butchered that. Daniil Donchenko, I think that might be it. He's 24, 5'11", 71-inch reach. He's got an overall pro record of 12-2. He's on a 7-fight win streak. Right? Won his debut. Also won his lone fight in one championship. So yeah, came to the promotion. Hold on. Did he? Yes, he was on The Ultimate Fighter. That was right. He won The Ultimate Fighter. I'm like, oh man, I know this dude, right? Yeah, he won The Ultimate Fighter in the welterweight divisions. So yeah, he beat Rodrigo Cezinado, stopped him in the first round. That's what went down. So that was September last year. So in the first round, he won via decision. Then he knocked out Matt Dixon in the first round in the semis. So, he does, I think wrestling is his base, right? So he's won a good few with ground and pound. Got subs, right? Triangle, rear naked, So he's got a couple of subs. I think that's his game, right? To wrestle you, to control you, and then just to drop bombs, right? To drop bombs. Does like those elbows, you know what I mean? So that's him. Now he's going up against the great white Alex Morono, who's 35, 5'11", 72 reach. So Morono is the elder statesman, has an inch over Daniil, right? But there is 11 years in the age difference, right? So Morono overall is 24-12 with 1 no contest. Skid at the moment, 3 fight losing skid. He's 13-9 with 1 no contest in the UFC. And this could be it. This could be him fighting for the contract, right? The last 3. So he lost to Niko Price, Daniel Rodriguez. That was a split decision, October 2024. And then March last year, he got caught by Carlos Leal, first round stoppage, But Morono, again, he's fought everyone, Court McGee, got a win over Court McGee and Team Means, the Dirty Bird, which, both excellent, right? Lost a decision to Joaquin Buckley, to Santanibo Ponzinibbio, he stopped him. But he beat Matthew Sellensberger, Mickey Gould, David Eduarda, Donald Cerrone. He's fought, Anthony Pettis, Max Griffin, right? He's been in there with a ton of talented individuals. And yeah, so he's had so many different looks, right? So many different looks. I think, though, because he's been gassing in these last few fights, right? And you gotta like Alex, man, but it looks like he's slowing down a lot. It looks like, his ability to take punches, not necessarily he's getting knocked out, but he's getting rocked a bit. It's getting rocked a bit. So I'm going to be taking Daniil Donchenko for the win. This should be a fun fight to take us into the main card. So I'm all about this, people. I'm all about this one. What do you think?